What's going on, Nerd Army guys? Welcome to the newest episode of Exploring Comics. Today, guys, we will be focusing on Daken. Yes, the son of Wolverine. So strap right in, pop these claws, and check Daken out. Here we go. Daken would make his first appearance in Wolverine Origins number 10, followed up by a full appearance in number 11, that Daken is the son of Wolverine and Itsu. When Itsu is almost full term with Daken, the Winter Soldier is hired by a shadowy figure to kill Itsu. So he does, he kills Itsu, and Wolverine thinks his wife is dead. And as he chases down the Winter Soldier, the shadowy figure walks back up to Itsu's body and cuts Daken from her womb. Because of his healing factor that had already kicked in, Daken survived. Even after his mother had been killed and he was still in the womb, Daken was alive. But Wolverine had no idea. He would be given to a wealthy Japanese couple who had always had trouble having children. They would adopt him and raise him as their own. Now, his adopted family would name him Ichiro, but the servants and everyone around the household would begin to call him Daken. It was actually a pretty heavy-duty insult calling him Daken, but he would eventually adopt the name fully himself. Now, for everyone picking on him, calling him mongrel, or whatever the case may be, Daken developed a pretty heavy-duty chip on his shoulder, not far from his father. One day, Daken's adopted parents would finally have some great news. They were pregnant. And then Daken later that night would overhear his adoptive mother telling his adopted father that she never loved Daken and that he was just a waste of time and she never even loved him. So Daken decided he's not going to get revenge right away. He's going to plot and make a devious plan. So he did. About 1 year later, after the baby was already born, Daken would walk up to his adopted mother with blood on his hands, saying that he just murdered the baby boy. And so for this, his father and mother would disown him, but not before his mother pulled out a sword and tried to stab him. And in response, Daken would freak out, swinging his arms, and his claws would pop for the first time. And in this erratic swing that he was doing, he actually cut his mother, killing her. And his father, after witnessing all of this, went a little mad and blew his own brains out. And now as his skills progressed, he would actually be sent on a mission to hunt and kill his birth father, Wolverine. Now he would discover that Romulus was the initial one that set all of his mother's death and everything else in motion, and he would eventually decide he's not going to work for him anymore. Now, Daken would hold the mantle of Wolverine. Well, not exactly. He would hold the mantle of Dark Wolverine. Now, during the Dark Reign storyline, Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, would actually purchase and own Stark Industries, including all of the Iron Man suits. Now, the Iron Patriot armor that we see in Iron Man 2, the Iron Patriot armor was actually worn by Norman Osborn during the Dark Reign event. He is the Iron Patriot. Mind blown a little, huh? Now, during Daken's time as Dark Wolverine, he was savage as hell, bringing the Wolverine name to a whole nother level. Now, eventually, Daken would get addicted to a street drug known as heat. Now, doing this was horrible for him. This street drug and his addiction to it cost him his healing ability. Now, this just meant that he was going to have to call his father out for their final battle a little sooner than he thought, because he wasn't going to have much longer. Now, Daken would call his father out, and the two of them would go at it pretty savagely, and Daken would even make Wolverine watch as he blew up the headquarters for the Avengers and the Fantastic Four. So Daken said he wanted to go out with a bang because he was dying anyways, but he would actually be sitting there dying, and as he was dying, he actually did have a little bit of regret. He actually told his father, I'm sorry for all of it. I'm sorry for putting a bomb in the Jean Grey school and on himself. And Daken explodes. Wolverine would survive, obviously, run straight to the Jean Grey school, but when he got there, all he would see is rubble and a little stuffed animal of him, just to remind him on who did this. But now Daken was dead. Now Daken would one day return from the dead with no explanation, and it's because comics. At this time, he would actually take over as the leader of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, which was actually a pretty cool run. But during this storyline, he would actually be drowned by his father, being time number 2 he's died now. He later on would be brought back once again as the Horseman of Death by the Apocalypse twins, So he's back again. Now Daken is a pretty crazy character and an openly gay superhero or anti-hero in this fact, but he is an all-around cool-ass character. He's had a pretty bad backstory and a pretty crazy life. So let me know what you guys thought about Daken down in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about his claw arrangement, because it's in that awesome little triangle shape. I love that. I actually think I like it more than Wolverine's. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel to keep up with all the videos we put out every week, guys. I'm Andrew. You have been watching Exploring Comics, and I will see you next time. All right, guys. Peace out.